Hello and welcome to this deep dive into Netflix's remarkable journey and how it brought an end to the once thriving video rental store era. If you grew up before the 2000s, you might recall the excitement of wandering down aisles at Blockbuster or a local rental shop in search of your Friday night movie. For decades, these physical stores owned the home entertainment market, thriving on late fees, limited copies, and new releases showcased on shelves. But in the late 1990s and early 2000s, a tiny startup named Netflix quietly launched a different approach: rent-by-mail DVDs, minus the due dates and late fees. That initial idea, combined with a later pivot to on-demand streaming, upended consumer expectations about how quickly and easily they could access movies and TV shows. Within a decade, Netflix became the global face of streaming, and video rental stores around the world closed their doors. How did one company wield such decisive influence? Let's find out. The story begins in 1997 when Reed Hastings claimed to have been inspired by a hefty late fee at Blockbuster. Whether or not that anecdote is entirely accurate, Hastings joined forces with Mark Randolph, another entrepreneur, to start Netflix in Scotts Valley, California. Initially, Netflix sold DVDs online, but quickly saw more promise in mailing out rental. Why rent DVDs in-store if they could arrive in your mailbox? Netflix's system allowed subscribers to browse an online catalog, pick titles, and get them shipped. DVD envelopes included postage for easy returns. Subscriptions meant no late fees or due dates, which resolved a major pain point for rental customers. While some questioned whether consumers would abandon immediate pickup convenience, the service slowly gained momentum, benefiting from the growing adoption of DVDs and the decline of VHS tapes. A signature feature was the queue. Users could line up multiple titles. Once a DVD was returned, Netflix automatically sent the next movie. This approach offered an element of discovery and minimized the friction of choosing each individual rental. By focusing on user-friendly policy, unlimited monthly rental, no late fees, Netflix gained a niche but loyal following, foreshadowing a larger shakeup to come. Meanwhile, Blockbuster dominated the rental landscape with thousands of stores worldwide. By the late 90s, it was a cultural institution. Many believed Blockbuster's brand recognition and massive physical presence made it unstoppable. Yet, critics noted that its reliance on late fees frustrated customers. Netflix's DVD by mail model threatened to lure away those tired of the in-store system. In 2000, Hastings and Randolph famously pitched Netflix to Blockbuster, hoping to sell their company. Legend has it that Blockbuster executives laughed at the $50 million price tag. They saw Netflix as a niche novelty for DVD enthusiasts, underestimating the potential for mail-based rentals, let alone streaming. The rejection stands as one of the greatest missed opportunities in corporate history. Netflix's introduction of a fixed subscription rate, unlimited rentals for a monthly fee, in 1999 to 2000 accelerated growth. Customers got rid of the psychological burden of racking up per-movie charges or late fees. This transparent pricing approach endeared Netflix to more mainstream consumers and set the brand apart from brick-and-mortar rivals. By the mid-2000s, broadband internet was becoming more common, while DVD by mail operational costs were growing. Netflix saw streaming as the future, despite technical challenges like buffering and licensing. In 2007, Netflix unveiled the Watch Instantly feature, offering a limited library of older films and TV episodes. It was free for DVD subscribers, a modest experiment overshadowed by DVD rentals at first. To make streaming more accessible, Netflix partnered with device manufacturers like Roku, gaming consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, and smart TVs, so that subscribers could access Netflix directly on their living room screen. This hardware synergy removed the need for complicated downloads or PC connection, making streaming as user-friendly as channel surfing. By 2010, streaming was clearly outpacing DVDs in growth metrics. In 2011, Netflix spun out its DVD service as Quickster, a short-lived, unpopular rebrand that caused subscriber backlash. Despite stumbling, Netflix used that moment to clarify its real direction. It was now a streaming company first, DVD mailer second. The DVD business remained but was relegated to a side operation, overshadowed by the rocket-like rise of streaming consumption. As streaming gained traction, customers found less reason to drive to a store or even wait for DVD mailers. Traditional rental shops, including local independents, saw foot traffic plummet. Even once lucrative new releases didn't draw the same crowds, especially as Netflix's library expanded and alternative streaming platforms, like Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, emerged. For years, Blockbuster attempted half-hearted measures, launching an online DVD service, offering kiosk rental, and experimenting with no late fee promotion. None could match Netflix's convenience. By 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. A few franchise-owned stores lingered on, but the brand lost its relevance in the streaming age. Beyond the business collapse, the closure of rental stores marked an emotional transition. For many, browsing store shelves on a Friday night was a nostalgic ritual. The shift to at-home streaming meant less social interaction around movie selection and fewer serendipitous finds among store shelves. Yet the instant gratification and vast on-demand catalogs proved irresistible to modern consumers accustomed to everything just a click away. Netflix soon realized that licensing films and TV from studios was expensive and often temporary. To differentiate, it invested in original content, starting with House of Cards, 2013. The show's critical and commercial success validated Netflix's new mission: become a fully integrated content producer and distributor. Over subsequent years, hits like Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, and The Crown further elevated Netflix's brand. By the late 2010s, Netflix launched in almost every country, except a few like China. With billions spent on local language programming, Netflix transcended borders, producing series in Spanish, La Casa de Papel, German, Dark, Korean, Kingdom, and more. This global approach further distanced Netflix from old-school rentals, delivering culturally tailored streaming libraries. Netflix's triumph inevitably inspired competitors. Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, HBO Max, Apple TV+, and others have crowded the streaming space. The streaming wars revolve around exclusive content, brand loyalty, and global reach. Nevertheless, Netflix's role in catalyzing on-demand entertainment remains undisputed, even as the company fights to maintain market share. By dismantling the late fee model and introducing instant, subscription-based streaming, Netflix revolutionized how the world consumes media. It ushered in an era where binge-watching is a norm, recommended algorithms guide taste, and release schedules mean less than immediate on-demand availability. Traditional broadcast and cable models face existential challenges. Blockbuster's downfall exemplifies the perils of clinging to old business models. Even with massive brand recognition, ignoring consumer preferences for convenience can be fatal. Conversely, Netflix's willingness to pivot from DVD distribution to streaming highlights the value of self-disruption, embracing big changes before being forced to buy market realities. Today, the competition among streamers has become fierce. Some foresee consolidation, with only a few major platforms surviving. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 pandemic accelerated streaming adoption, as theaters shut down and audiences watched newly released films at home. The Netflix story underscores that tech and media remain dynamic fields, whose leads now might be disrupted tomorrow. Netflix's evolution from a modest DVD mail service to a global streaming and production powerhouse illustrates how one visionary pivot can transform an entire sector. Where once customers accepted driving to a video store, sorting through limited copies, and risking late fees, they now demand massive catalogs on demand, at any time, on any screen. The rapid demise of Blockbuster and countless smaller video shops reveals the relentless nature of innovation. Sometimes beloved rituals vanish when a superior convenience arises. As Netflix continues to battle in the ever-expanding streaming wars, its origin story remains a testament to the power of solving pain points, from eliminating late fees to enabling near-instant streaming. The end of the video rental era was bittersweet for many, but Netflix's success proves that in a digital world, convenience, personalization, and agility reign supreme. Watching movies and shows on our TVs, laptops, or phones feels utterly normal now, but it all started with a small business rethinking how DVDs could reach subscribers more conveniently. The rest, as they say, is streaming history.